how to import your cams into the Automata assembly. So we have our Automata box here. If we just go to Insert, and then you click on Other Documents, and you go and find the parametric cams that you created. You should they should pop up, and you can go ahead and find those and insert them into the document. So once you have your cam inserted into the document, we're going to want to put it on the axle so we can do some testing with this setup here for our Automata box. So the first thing we're going to want to do is fasten our cam to the axle. So I'll go ahead and get a fasten mate. I'm going to select the circle that represents the hole on my cam, and I'm going to come over here to the axle and select the actual axle. All right, now depending on how your cam comes in, you might need to reverse the direction. Mine came in correctly. Now we're going to need to offset that cam so that it goes right above this follower guide and follower rod. And so I'll click offset, and I'm going to offset that negative 1.25 inches in the Z direction. And you can see that it moves the cam directly underneath the follower, which is what we want. The next step is to go ahead and attach the follower guide to the cam so that when we spin the crank, our follower is connected to the cam. And to do that, we're going to use a tangent constraint. And so up here is the tangent mate. I'll go ahead and click that. I'm going to click the outside edge of the follower guide, and then I'm going to click the surface of the cam. All right. And when I do that, it makes those two, the edge tangent to that surface. So then when I spin my cam, or spin my crank, I can see how the cam moves within the box. So I want to show you one of the cams with sharp edges instead of smooth edges. So we're going to look at the hexagon cam. So I'll go ahead and click to insert another document. I'm going to go to my Onshape and find my parametric cams. And if you notice, there's a version change, and you might have already had to do this. So what you're doing is just creating a new version of your parametric cam document, which is totally fine. The old versions will still be there. So you just click yes to create that. And then I'll come in and I'm going to insert my hexagon cam. And so let's do that again. When I get that cam input into my design, one of the shortfalls of Onshape is that the geometry of a tangent won't follow this sharp edge on the follower rod. So you'll have to edit this cam, and so I'm going to show you how to do that. If you come into your cam design and just put a fillet on each of those edges, you can make it like an 1/8 of an inch fillet and just round over those corners. Then we'll be able to use that tangent constraint to fix our cam to the follower rod. So you just do that in your other document, come back into your Onshape document. You can find the one with the square edges if you've already put that in, and delete that. We don't need that anymore. And then you can insert the new cam. Again, it's going to say you have a new version, so click to update it, create the new version, and then import your new hexagon cam. And you can use the same method for putting that into the assembly. So I'll check the outside edge of the hole, the outside of the axle, and I'll offset it this time 2 1/4 inches. So each one of these shaft followers is there another inch. So this is 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 1/4, 4 1/4, and that'll get you to the center. Then it's the same process. Simply use a tangent constraint, select the edge, select the surface of the cam, finish it, and then you should be able to see how your cam reacts. We'll be creating some motion graphs, and that's why these rulers are attached. And so you will do this for all 5 of your cams. I know there's only 4 spots in there. You'll simply have to take one of the cams out and insert the new one in its place. And so we will create a motion graph where we graph the displacement of the follower rod every 30 degrees. All right, and so that'll be the next step in our process.